Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Marie and I post productivity videos, lifestyle videos, and everything in between. So if you're interested in that type of content, please don't be afraid to subscribe. If you like my vibe, that's also a reason to subscribe. Let's be internet friends. So welcome to my channel. As you can see from the title, I'm going to be talking about Netflix shows. Now I watch way too much Netflix, but that's why I feel like I could come on here and confidently say that these series and movies that I'm about to suggest are going to have you being a couch potato for the next couple of days, because they are so good. They're 10 out of 10 in my book, and you just need to watch it because I watched them. I watched every single one of these series and movies that I called out, maybe more than once. I don't want to admit that, but I probably watched it more than once. So just enjoy the video, and if you've happened to see these movies and series, tell me down below which one is your favorite. Do you like it? And if you want more videos like this, please tell me. So enjoy the video. Okay, so the first series I'm going to talk about is one of my favorite series at the moment, New Amsterdam. If you've seen Grey's Anatomy or you like watching like medical series, then this is another good one that you should put on your list. It's based around this New York hospital called New Amsterdam, and you kind of just see like the daily day-to-day basis inside of the hospital. I've seen a lot of like tweets saying that they watch it for the plot, and the plot is basically for one of the doctors, who's Dr. Sharp. But this series, it's really good, and what I love about it, or what's like really unique about it, is that it stopped filming mid-COVID. I think it was season 2 that it stopped filming mid-COVID, and it started back a little bit after restrictions were lifted. And so the newest season, you kind of see everything that's happening, and it relates to everything that's happening right now. So I think that's really like interesting, that you can actually see like how doctors are feeling during this time. The next series is When They See Us. This is also a really good series. I would recommend anyone watching this series, but it's also a very hard series to watch. It really reveals the injustices that African American men face in the US, and at this time it was talking about a group of boys who were charged for doing something that they didn't, and it's a very difficult series to watch. I cried probably every episode because it's really unbelievable that it was based on a true story, and Netflix was able to really bring it to life. You should watch this series. It's not a binge-worthy series that you can sit down and watch episode after episode, because after every episode you're just going to feel so heavy and you're just going to feel like you want to cry, but you'll finish it at your own pace. You should definitely watch this series if you're interested in just learning about how African American men are affected by the US justice system, or just on a whole, just injustices that Black persons face in society. It covers all of that. And yeah, so the next one is The Queen's Gambit. This is another favorite because I love series that they kind of give an insight into the sporting world, and it's about this girl who's a chess prodigy, and you kind of see her rise to fame in the chess world, and it's just really good. You can watch this series in a night because you are going to want to see how it's going to end. The next one is The Society. If you've seen Under the Dome, or you like movies where it's kind of like end of the world, or like natural disasters happening, you're going to like this Society. It's about this group of children who are left in this town. In the show, you kind of see how they adapt to that. The next one is going to be Tiny Pretty Things. If you've seen Dance Academy, or you like dance movies in general, or just dance shows, you're going to like this. It follows a group of ballerinas at a ballet school, and someone is murdered, and in the series you're kind of trying to figure out who did it, and then you're also seeing like how the new ballet girl is treated by the rest of the ballet dancers. These next two are kind of interrelated, but if you like anything that happens on TLC, or you just like looking at wedding shows or like just people falling in love, you're going to like these two shows. The first one is going to be Indian Matchmaking. It kind of follows young Indian women and men in America, and I think in India as well, trying to find their love match and go to this specialist, this Indian matchmaker, and she kind of goes through the process of going through applications and trying to match people. I think it's a really interesting show because I haven't seen anything like that, and it really gives an insight into how people are finding love, and I really like it. It's 10 out of 10. You will enjoy it. This next one is The Big Day. It's also an Indian based show. You get to see the behind the scenes of weddings in India. I'm smiling because I love wedding shows, and the cinematography in this show, it's just breathtaking. Every episode just takes it to another level, and I think there are 2 seasons right now on Netflix, and it's just great. You're going to love it because you really get to see the beauty of India and how expensive and extravagant Indian weddings are, and it's just a whole lot of love in this show. Love, matchmaking, people getting married. I love this show, love it. This next show, I have a bone to pick with Netflix because the picture that they use, I saw it on my recommendations many times, but I was just like, this looks boring. But I clicked it one night and I ended up watching this show out in like 2 days because it was really good. It's Shadow and Bone. It's really good. It's kind of like I don't know what to describe it. It's, if you've seen like shows like the 100, or if you've seen Lupin, then you'll definitely enjoy Shadow and Bone. It's not exactly like those other 2 shows, but it's kind of similar. There's like a little bit of mystery, romance, mythical things. It's really good. It's, just take my word for it. It's very good, and I hope another season comes out. I really do. So those were my series suggestions. If you've seen any, please tell me down below, and if you happen to watch any of them, come back to the comment section and tell us, did you enjoy it? I'm gonna move on to my movie suggestions now. The first one is going to be Finding Ohana. This was actually a really good movie. It's about these 2 children and their mom. They moved from Brooklyn back to Hawaii, and in Hawaii they were finding out more about their family's heritage, and they happened to stumble upon some treasure, and it's really interesting. It's a really nice family movie. If you're looking for like a nice movie night with your family, I would suggest this. But even if you watch it by yourself, it's really good. I really enjoyed this movie. Okay, so the next movie is I Feel Pretty. I really love this movie. It's such a light-hearted movie. It's a comedy. I love it. It's about this woman who basically falls on her head or something, and she gets up and she suddenly feels pretty, because before she hit her head, she wasn't feeling all that pretty, all that confident about herself. And in the movie, you kind of just see the things that she does because she feels more confident. It's a really good movie, and I really just suggest you're watching it. The next one is going to be Nobody's Fool. Now, this is a Tyler Perry movie, and I love Tyler Perry movies. They're just really funny. Ever since Medea, I just love Tyler Perry movies. Sometimes they can hit, sometimes they can miss. But Nobody's Fool had one of my favorite actors, Tiffany Haddish, and because she was there, I just had to watch it, and she just made it so much more entertaining. It's about a woman who comes out of jail and she stays with her sister, and her sister falls in love with someone, and that person doesn't end up being who that person says they are, and then she kind of falls in love with someone else, and you just kind of follow along that storyline. It was really good, really funny, and I really enjoyed it. The next movie is going to be Stowaway. If you've seen After Earth with Will Smith and Jaden Smith, It's kind of similar because there's literally like 5 or 6 people acting in this movie, and it's about these astronauts. They go into space, they go into Mars, I think, and someone ends up being on the ship, and you kind of have to see how they have to make decisions because they didn't plan for an extra body to be out of space with them. And this movie kind of shows persons what they're going to do when somebody needs to die. That's all I'm gonna say. Somebody needed to die. Okay, the next one is going to be The Old God. This is a really nice action-packed movie because it's about these, I wouldn't say vampires, but these old gods who live for really long, and they kind of fight off evil persons. And yeah, it's a really good movie. You should watch it. The next one is Outside the Wire. If you like shows like Transformers, you're going to enjoy this one because it kind of has like a similar action-packed movie setting with this. It was really good. It's a mixture between like an army movie and Transformers, and the plot is really good and everything is amazing. Okay, so that would be the end of my video. If you enjoy my Netflix suggestions, please tell me down below. If you've seen these movies, also tell me. And all of the series and movies that I called out, they are in my book a 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10. I'm not going to lead you astray with these movies and series because they're really good, really binge worthy. And if you're just looking for something to watch, definitely try them out. So thank you everyone for watching, and see you in my next video.